Good morning, everyone. Good morning, friends. I hope everyone is having a great start to their morning. Today is April 22nd. It is Wednesday. We have made it halfway through the week, so congratulations. I want to go ahead and get started with our lesson, Math and Science, for today. All right, so today you have some tasks I want you to complete. You're going to complete your spiral review that you've been doing. You're going to complete your fraction of the day. There's no challenge task for today because I want you to do something a little different for science. You have an Earth Day activity, and I can't wait to explain it to you. And also some daily practice on Education Galaxy or Clever. And I have been writing down the names of the students who have been doing that, and you will receive some extra points at the end of the week. All right, so for your spiral review today, just like we've been doing the past 2 days, we're going to start off with some type of place value activity or place value question, multiplication, division, and a word problem. All right, so let's go ahead and look at our first problem we have. The first one is talking about place value. Once again, something that is extremely important. So we are looking at this number and we're trying to find the place of the underlying digit, okay? But first, I think it's important that we say the number correctly. What number is this? I want to give you a second. I want you to say it to yourself. All right, now let's say it together. 72,389. Remember, there's no and anywhere in this number, all right? 72,389. But I only see one number underlined. What is that number that's underlined? It's the number 2. So I need for you to tell me the place value of that 2. All right. Now I don't, the place value. All right. That's extremely important. All right. So I want you to make sure you're looking at it. Remember, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. What is the place value of this number 2 right here? All right, let's go ahead and move on to our second problem. We're trying to find the product, and the product is the answer to a what? That's right, multiplication equation. So we're trying to find the product of 4 times 12. You can draw this out. You can make people figures, however you want to do it. Just solve it the way that makes it easiest for you. What is 4 times 12? All right, number 3, we're trying to find the quotient. The quotient is the answer to a what? That's right, division problem. So we're looking at this and it says 70 divided by 7. Well, we got to find the answer to that. So once again, just like for the multiplication, however you want to solve it is perfectly fine with me. All right, and last but not least, we're going to move on to our word problem. I've noticed an ongoing trend with these problems. These people really like pizza, and you all remember we all talked about how we all love pizza, and my favorite is pepperoni. So in my mind, when I read this, I picture me and my friends eating pepperoni pizza. Okay, so you can picture you and your friends or you and your family eating whatever kind of pizza that y'all like. But the number 4, the problem goes a little something like this. A pizza is cut into 12 equal slices. You and your friends have eaten 7 pieces altogether. What fraction of the pizza has been eaten? Lately, well, the past 2 days, if I'm not mistaken, it's been cut into about 8 slices, but today they have a supreme pizza, an extra, extra, extra large pizza, and now they've cut it into 12 equal slices. So now you and your friends have eaten 7 pieces altogether. So you got to come up with the fraction for that. Remember, you have 2 numbers, and you need to make a fraction for that. I know you can do it. I have complete faith in you. All right. Now I want to go ahead and move on to the problems that we've been focusing on, which is multiplying a fraction by a whole number. I'm going to kind of just skim over this one real quick because everyone's been doing good with the problems that when you have a number, two numbers, and they can be divided. Everyone's been doing really, really well with these, but I really want to focus in on this kind of problem right here. This is the one where your answer is an improper fraction, but we want to make it a mixed number. I want to take us a couple seconds or a minute or two to really focus in on this because I've been seeing some misconceptions or some problems, and I want to make sure that everyone can work through these, okay? So the problem or the example that I've given you is 7 times 4. And I know you're probably thinking, well, that looks just like the other ones, but we need to work it out first to see what's different, okay? So let's look at it. 7 times 4. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to make two fractions, all right? First thing. So you're going to put your 7 over 1, and then now you have two fractions that you're looking at. Well, your second thing you have to do is you have to multiply, all right? Everybody has been nailing and getting this step correct. You have been multiplying correctly. Everything's looking good so far. So we have our number. We have 7 times 1, which is 7, and 1 times 4, which is 4. That is absolutely correct. The answer is 7/4, but that's an improper fraction. And remember, an improper fraction is when you have the bigger number on top, the numerator, and your smaller number, the denominator, is on the bottom. We don't want to leave our answer like that, you guys. We want to make it a mixed number, okay? So I've kind of broken it down, and it may be a little hard to see, so I'm going to try and walk you through the problems. And if you have any questions, please, please, please reach out to me, okay? All right, so what I have right here is you have three things that you're trying to find, all right? You're trying to find the new whole number, and then you have to find your numerator and your denominator. Well, if you look at the problem, the denominator that we started with in this one right here, we got our answer is 4. All of these have been 4 so far. So we know that no matter what, our denominator is going to be 4. So whatever denominator you got right here, oops, I'm so sorry. Whatever denominator you got right here, you're going to automatically make that your denominator, no matter what, okay? No matter what. Now, comes in the issue of we got to find our whole number and our numerator, okay? So to find our whole number, we want to get close to this 7 without going over. That is when we multiply. So what can we multiply by 4 that will give us close to 7 without going over? Well, that answer is 1. We know that 4 times 1 is 4. So whatever number you multiply this number by, that now becomes your new whole number, okay? But that doesn't take care of the problem. We still need to find our numerator. We want to make 7. So we have to look at the number 4 and 1, and we know, well, when I multiplied 4 times 1, that gave me 4. So what can I add to my 4 to make 7? 3. I can add 3 to 4 to make 7 because 4 plus 3 equals 7. So whatever number you add now becomes your numerator. And now this is your complete final answer, 1 3/4, okay? I have this on here, but if you still have any questions, please don't hesitate to email me, call me, or Class Dojo, or if you just want to send a text, that's perfectly fine, okay? But I just thought that maybe just having one problem that we focus in on with some reading, directions, step by step, will kind of help everyone solve the problem, all right? So now you have two problems that you're going to solve today, and I can go ahead and tell you that both of your problems are going to be worked out like this one, okay? So really focus in on this slide right here to help you solve this one right here, all right? I have complete faith in you. You're going to give yourself some math energy. I'm giving you some math energy, and you got this, all right? All right, remember, I want to see all of your beautiful work. You can send it to me, Class Dojo, or text message. All right, and here's some videos to help. I highly suggest watching these because I think they will help you understand a little bit better, or even in a different way than how I'm explaining it, if you need a refresher on how to make an improper fraction a mixed number. All right, once again, no challenge task for today. I really want you to focus in on how to solve those multiplication problems. All right, so today for science, we have something a little bit different. Today is Earth Day, everybody. Earth Day is celebrated on April 22nd to demonstrate the support for environmental protection. 193 countries around the world recognize this day. I thought this was important when I saw that today was Earth Day. With everything we have going on in our world right now, I think it's important to think about our earth and think about different ways of how we can protect our environment and make it better. So, what I would like for you to do is, I would like for you, or love for you, if you can, draw a picture of our earth and how you can make it better. What is something that you could do to make our world a better place? Okay, and remember, Earth Day is not just celebrated in the United States. It says 193 countries around the world. So everywhere around the world is celebrating Earth Day today. So how can you draw a picture of how you can make the earth a better place? And I've included a science video on this about Earth Day that I thought was really fun and cute, so you can watch that to help you understand a little bit better about how Earth Day works and what it means and different things like that. All right, we've come to the end. I want you to know that I have complete faith in you. You are loved, you are missed, you are wonderful, you're always on my mind. Remember, you got this. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, I want for you to reach out to me no matter what it is. All right? Remember, you are loved, you got this, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day. I will talk to you tomorrow.